this world, I could feel it in my spirit. Plus I see y'all people looking at me different. Even in the mirror, shit ain't how it seems. I seen this shit turn backward fast as ever. Now and never ever had time, so be jealous. I can feel the edges. In the place where I wasn't made for this world, in an immature place and shit. A blunt ripping it and no facing it, that I can see the truth so clear. Sometimes I motherfucking hate that shit. Catch me coming, I'm late and shit. My motherfucking hate that shit. She asking where I'm in this head trying to be average, but live trying to be passionate. If I'm standing out, it's on accident. Yeah, imagine if you live how I imagined it, dog. Imagine if you spit how I imagined it, dog. I seen a girl in my dreams and wasn't even asleep. I dreamt of girls for the braces, crossed my teeth, but for real, I had the braces like a Sikh. I'ma preach, bare my teeth till they let me off the leash. I raised the roof like they let me out my lease. I swear I'm trying to fuck the beat, but they won't let me come in peace. And it ain't no love and war, and ain't no drug and THC. Just basic bitches and fatty acid with a pH.
The next snapper, your grandma's social security check casher. You should change your stage name to the next rapper. Like that beats whack, save that for the next rapper. Or don't try to punk me, homie, I ain't the next rapper. I breathe bills, you cheap thrills. Smoke loud like I did a drive-by on Meek Mill. Off a fifth of Henny and hoping you lames push it. Cause when I'm drunk, I'm about as considerate as a stray bullet. I'm at George Bush Ranch with a shoe cannon. Wrist cuff beating the fuck out of Zimmerman two-handed. Burning Yellow Wolf's Confederate flag apparel while stuffing Michael Dunn in an oil drum. That's a Cracker Barrel. When I was trying to figure out a box alive, I was asking a white...
We started with a file cabinet that we had found and just laid it sideways, and that was our first box out there. And it started from that. We started piecing together stuff from just all different random things we would bring in there. It was all wood or like flat bars and things of that sort. Basically anything that was metal was basically stolen and hauled off to the scrapyard by people. Twice everything was broken completely, and granite slabs cracked in half. And so we started thinking concrete might be the best way to go. It was a much smaller community effort in the beginning. My good friend Wiley did a lot of work in the beginning. I tried to help out as much as possible.
I've been coming here for probably 2.5 years altogether, I would say. I helped with the last big pour they did here back in last November, and I've been working on this piece most of the summer. It's a serious collective down here. It's getting good feedback from all over the East Coast. I mean, we got people coming here to skate from everywhere now. So it's just a cool spot to skate. I like the DIY of it. It's just fun.
That shit corny on with Corey Roan when I like. They use a J for the exhibit. See, I think they tryna fit my life. Home is with the hardest. The home is for the heartless. Hard to argue with that logic.
Grew up in Greensboro, North Carolina. Just moved out here last August. Found out about Foundation, and all my friends from Greensboro would tell me about it. But it was a really sick spot in Nashville, and I used to come here growing up.
I grew up in Atlanta, that's where I started skating. I grew up around my dad, and a whole bunch of people in the neighborhood skated, so picked it up when I was like 10 years old. I moved to Asheville around 7 years ago from Atlanta, Georgia. I heard about Foundation when I was like 16, 17, kind of just growing up in the skate scene and growing around all the push skaters and stuff. It just kind of appeared.
I heard about the Foundation skate spot through Push, because it's kind of their project, or at least I believe they're pretty involved with it. So just went into the shop kind of to get my first board to get back into skateboarding, and asked the owner, or at least the guy who's at the counter, about places to go. And he told me about the Foundation spot because it was free, didn't need pads, you didn't have to wear a helmet, and you could just kind of go, and it's open always. It's kind of a punk rock like self-run space.
Footnote after the manuscript says nasty and passionate. Only half of this, homie, it isn't even the catalyst. Only thing you need to be right.
We first opened Push in June of 2005, so we just celebrated 10 years. It's always been in this location, much smaller, much less merchandise on the walls and whatnot, but yeah, it's always been in this location.
Push is the only shop that's been involved in the construction of this spot and been a major player in this spot's evolution. Push Skate Shop being the only skater-owned, skater-operated, skate-friendly skate shop in town. They've been the ones that people come to.
Push helps fund a lot of the concrete purchasing and other supplies that goes into making a DIY spot, which is great because without them, I don't think a lot of the building would happen.
We try to do things like hold fundraisers. We've done like video premieres where we charge a fee to come in and all money goes towards concrete. Eric Hunt that works here, he's also organized a couple art shows in the back where all money goes towards the foundation.
Motherfuckers have to watch who you watch, how I quit. You looking for a stylist? Bugatti, I got it.
People have been bringing stuff here for 10 years. I mean, it used to be like wooden boxes and stuff.
In the beginning, it was just people brought random things. Like they just brought whatever they had, or they built metal like a wooden box. So there was no like funding outside of just the people that wanted to bring things there.
The spot is DIY. The kids created the spot. It kind of encompasses that whole like do-it-yourself, fuck the rest of the world attitude that the skateboarding is.
I like Foundation specifically, this foundation, more so than other foundation spots because it's welcoming, and a lot of DIY spots are very exclusive, and if you don't know the people that built it, you're likely to get kicked out.
There's nothing left. Yeah. I was 10 and I thought life would never change. Now I done see some things and close my eyes. I seen the secrets of this world we keep within ourselves. Like why she dream of them. I done seen her favorite color, we be steady.
DIYs are great for skateboarding because it's not a public park, and it allows a lot of the things that make skateboarding happen, such as drinking beer and being a punk and playing loud music and cussing and whatnot.
Growing up in Greensboro and other places skating, in North Carolina, it seems to be a little cliquey, not as accepting as Asheville. Say if I'm like feeling like shitty or something, and like I mean this place is definitely like helps me out a lot. If I have nothing to do, I mean just anything. If I'm bummed out, I come out here and I automatically feel better. It's very good environment out here, and just like all the homies skating and just hanging out, having a good time.
This is not just for the kids, this is for everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody that likes skateboarding and that skates, you're welcome down here.
I think people keep coming back here because it's like low-key and no one's really going to mess with us. It's kind of away from everybody else in this town.
It's kind of hard to find, it's kind of like uncut, but I eventually just stumbled back here, and so I thought it was like the most amazing thing,
My life ain't like a movie, it's more like a TV series that I seen 100,000 times and couldn't guess the endings of this shit like I love Lucy, but I am not Lucy, am I? I'm no angel and no Adam, I just rap and got the Emmy. With my fam and Grammy told me to be more father, less son.
It's also important just because it's a home. Every time I go here, I see people I know, and I'm allowed to just feel welcome.
We're always looking for a spot like this. This is ideal, I like seeing the kids come down here and learn new tricks and spend time down here doing something positive, pursuing something positive instead of out doing something else.
The foundation is definitely the epicenter of our culture here in Asheville. It's where everyone meets up. It's really, aside from the public skate park, which costs money and you have to wear a helmet, it's the only place where anyone can skateboard for any length of time together and meet up and have fun together and skate. Like otherwise you're getting kicked out or harassed by cops or property owners.
I think Foundation is a vital part of the skateboarding community in Asheville just because we have one park close that is very high on rules and watching over people, which is very limiting to skateboarding and allowing it to be the culture that it is.
Yeah, I've definitely skated a lot of other places. Like, we have a skate park here and it's not bad, but and skating street will like always be fun. But like I said, it's super low key and no one's gonna the cops aren't gonna come back here, especially when it's like a huge law to skate in this town and that it's illegal and stuff.
Ass flicking gas, twisted fast, whipping cash, getting swag, spitting ass, kicking bird, flipping bad, Cardigan, Burberry bag.
I would encourage skateboarders to always wear helmet and protective equipment, and that makes it a little safer. Also encourage skateboarders to keep all four wheels on the ground at all times. We have physical injuries due to skateboarding almost every year. Right out here by the Bulldog in the Puff area, skateboarders build a lot of speed coming off either hill. and for some reason or another they may wipe out. So we've had broken collarbones, broken bones as a result of skateboarding. Well, one issue with skateboarders is if they come over and try to do the tricks, jumping off steps, riding the rails, or doing things like that. So in those instances, we will enforce and ask that they go to the skate parks downtown at least to practice on those tricks and those skills.
Walk up to that mirror, look up into that young face. Probably skipping breakfast, all this shit I got on my plate. And call my fucking friends, man, I think I need an off day.
Cops will fuck with you hard. You'll get like a $200 ticket if you're like downtown area. I've gotten like 2 or 3 tickets. I've gotten like my board taken away. I've gotten arrested like a couple times in Atlanta and stuff for skating. It's ridiculous, like what they'll do to skateboarding. We all went to a huge meeting to try and get it legal, and it never like went through or anything, and they weren't listening to what we said. It's legal to skate in their crosswalks in this town, which is kind of ridiculous.
Titties, your chick be Snapchatting. Scoop me about when she working at Paxson. This kind of items you know that I'm matching. You know some racket. Baby got back and she giving him back rub. Drop running gas on my seatbelt up faster. You could hear me coming, you best get to clapping. Get out my face while you looking so average. Flex on you hoes before I finish a sentence. Bitch, I'ma get it. Bitch, I'm so ready. Bitch, your whole swag took her 2007. Killing the game and machine gun R. Kelly.
The walkways are designed for people walking, so we ask that you yield to any pedestrians in the walkway. And be respectful of others while you're on your skateboard.
We still skate downtown, just especially to film for a video part or to film in general. We're gonna keep skating downtown. I mean, gotta watch out and keep it a little low key. If you see a cop, then I don't know, do what you want to do about it.
Need the half, make it last. Think it's cash. Yeah, it's cash. Made you laugh, made you crash, paid you back. Stayed a path that they ain't slept at home.
This whole area has been bought. When people come in and want to put regulations on things, it changes it, you know.
For most of it, it's belonged to a guy, Robert Camille. He sold it actually, and it was bought about a month and a half to 2 months ago by a couple guys.
The new guy wants to just figure out possibly a way for it to still be around. He's not the bad guy by any means.
They want us to be there, but its future is in a little bit of a dilemma. They don't want to be held liable for like insurance, financially liable for anything that were to happen on the property.
He seems like a good dude. Apparently his son skates. He brought his son down here to skate the spot before he even bought it. And he's an artist apparently, and so he's got a mind that, you know, he can understand something like this and the benefit for the community, for the kids.
We just have to figure out how can we be there without them being liable for anything that were to happen on just the foundation itself.
Maybe I smoke and drink too much, sometimes end up with random doses.
I think that this spot represents to the skateboarding community like the heart of skateboarding. You know, it's a place where you can go and just skateboard and not be, hassled by people in the city or cops. You can just come, and it kind of brings it back to what I think it is, anyways. The DIY ethic.
It's such a creative outlet as far as the people that are skating are also the people that are building, and then they're the people that are painting, and it's just such a community space.
Definitely represents creativity, just like a joint effort. It's sick that everybody just comes together and has these ideas and they actually make it happen instead of just talking about it.
It's always evolving, and it's basically a free-for-all, so as people have ideas, it depends on how far you're willing to carry them.
If it wasn't for the shop, this wouldn't be here, I don't think.
Push is a huge part of this. People ask me about how to donate money, and I send them straight to Push. I mean, those guys are the canopy for this place, I would say.
I don't even know what I'm saying, man. But I'm saying that my cameraman be shooting this shit in my Andy cam. Got a bayonet and I ask can you move out the way of the shit is in like Finn. Can't even swim in my bitch shark weep with my fragrance game. Can't kill me before I killed off the cigarettes, but it ain't but a thing to a G. Should be over easy to me. And I know that the media deep, but that ain't no excuse for you being asleep. I be free, I be lit, smoking tree while I'm shaded like I can see right through the blood on the leaves. Life is a bitch, what fuck did you think? That means I got all y'all police on show leeches. All girl, you owe me pussy, I kept the receipts. That bar right there, I ain't got from a tweet. Ugly ass me with a pretty ass be where I be. I can see you on be where I stay. Look at me crazy, ain't no ifs, ands, or maybes. My dog see a pound, start to foam at the mouth like he just got a rabies. Scared, very, very scared. White and the white like I'm about to get married. Nothing the same since I hopped on the carriage.